Good afternoon. This is Josh here at Mass Gunworks. I wanted to go over something with you guys that happened to me this last week with a firearm I'm working on. I'm hoping that y'all don't have the same issue, because you may. But in case you do, just wanted you to be aware. I'm going to reposition the camera here so you can see. This is a Remington 700. And this is the one that I had been showing you all the work that I did with the barrel fluting and the bolt fluting and the Cerakote. And I intend to, like I said, do a walk around of it when I'm done. But we had this little issue come up. So this is the trigger. It snapped right here. Okay. And I wasn't doing anything crazy with it. I was attempting to pop the action loose of the bedding after I had bedded it in the stock. Just tapping on the stock with a mallet, and the shock from that just fractured that trigger right in half. So I'm going to pull it in close here and kind of show you. Now, from what I understand, this is the Remington X Mark trigger. It's a newer trigger that Remington went to, I believe, after they had all the recall issues with their other trigger. If you go to Google, I can't remember what the name of the website is, but if you go to Google, Remington has a website set up to walk you through the recall process should you still have one of these with a recall trigger. I'm going to cover that too in just a second, but let me show you this first. So the trigger has a external poundage adjustment set screw right here. Now, as you can see from this cross section, that has, I'm going to move the camera just a little bit so you can see the break just a little bit better. Okay, there's not a whole lot of metal there to hold that screw, like a hole in the threads and everything. Because if you look at the profile, it's a pretty thin pocket, and I'm assuming that this trigger was machined, but I could be very wrong. It may have been cast and then plated, but yeah, it broke right there. So if you have a Remington 700 and it has this X Mark trigger, be mindful that an excessive shock, like say you're at the gun range and your rifle accidentally falls off the shooting bench, okay, or you are doing a bed job at home and you're trying to get the stock loose of the action, or you flinch and you jerk the trigger too hard a couple times, you may end up with this. Okay. So like I said, there is a website. Let me grab my phone. I may actually have it on my phone, that Remington had set up to give people guidance with the recall issue. And it appears I was wrong and that I have closed that tab. But basically, Rem Arms is Remington now. And they are a different company than Remington was last year or the year before. I don't remember exactly when, but Remington went through a second bankruptcy, and I'm sure that some of you saw all the stuff that was out about them closing their shop and a bunch of employees being out of work. Well, they're under new management now, and based on the information that I got after emailing back and forth with a rep, Remington is not honoring any recalls or warranties from the old Remington arms manufacturer, from the old management. Basically, new management is on scorched earth, starting over, and that's their choice. Okay, they're not responsible for the malfunctions and manufacturing issues from previous administration. So I can respect that. The one thing that they did do that was helpful was they have some parts vendors set up. I believe the one they referenced me to was Paducah Shooter Supply out of Paducah, Kentucky. And you can contact them and they will gladly sell you a trigger that is not an X mark or not one of the ones that was involved in the recall, so that they can sell you a replacement. They're approximately $110. That being said, I went ahead and just paid a little bit extra money and got this customer a Timney drop-in. And the reason that I did that was the price between the two was $30 difference plus shipping. So for $30 extra, I was able to get him a Timney 510-V2 Elite Hunter. It was, like I said, it was $140 plus tax. So that's something to think about. So anyway, I just want to take a minute, show you all this, and let you know it's something to be on the lookout for, especially if you've got a Remington 700 that was made, I'd say, between, 2014 and now. So hope y'all have a good day. If this video was helpful, please, hit that like button, consider a subscribe. I got more stuff coming, so I'll talk to you later.